Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show with Martin here, your host on another VSA360. Now, again, we are still on the series of how-to tutorial using the VSA360. As the week before, and subsequent some of the trades that we have learned on our VSA360 onboarding, I think we have covered the main dashboard, the VSA screener. We talk about the no supply, of course. Those are advanced and spring, as well as Pentagon Guider. But today we'll be focusing on the VSA360 alert and what is it all about. And also there was some question being brought out is the in-depth stock quote analysis, how to use the stock comparison. We covered the training and coaching support that we have in our VSA360 as well as our knowledge center, and many of our past recording usually is being archived. And not to forget, on Wednesday, we released our VSA360 Insider Buy and Sell Screener. We have done so in there. And if you are not a member yet, do join us for our VSA360 mail. So let's get into the VSA360 Alert Center. All right. Trading smarter in here. And don't forget, check it out, our VSA360 virtual trading room. That's a QR code on that. And don't forget our Monday live broadcast of our breakfast show covering the US and the Bursa market in here. So let's get on to our first thing in our VSA360 is the segment that we're talking about, which is the alert. Now remember, alert, first of all, you need to set up those alerts. Like my case, I don't have any alert. So some of those already been notified. So this is the first thing you want to do. So you can see KGB actually hit the 353, but eventually also turned back down the ATR stop loss. And the last notified was 1 day and 51 minutes ago. Usually you get an email on this one. It was created 2 weeks ago. So the remark, these are some of my own personal remarks. The Pony Express Senso did go higher 2 days and 15. It did hit the upper price of 39 cents, but it also broke the 34.5 cents. You can check it out in Senso. Click over that. That will take you to Senso, because I think with the tech sell-off that we see in the US, and that's what we got the spring. But meanwhile, it looks pretty good. Hanging on in here. Anju, all right, break upside from this was a trade with one of the members with 2 NS Yi. That was almost 2 weeks ago. So you can see the NS. So that's some sort of reminder to you that the market after 2 NS, they did go higher. Yeah, but there was a big, it was this a price adjustment. We will check it out on Anju here. Okay, and is that a dividend? No, it's not a dividend. It's a big fall, as you can see here, right? I think something must happen, a 12% fall, and then usually you got 2 NS. The market did go up. I think that's the area you need to, exit, right? Sometimes this thing do happen where the market has the red pentagon, but then started to sell back off again. There has to be something that is news driven on this one here. So that was a nice 7% move after the 2 NS, but to take note, this was the market where it actually used smart money to distribute and then pull this price action down here. All right, then Inari, we also have that one, break upside, hit the upper price, got green pentagon, and also hit R1. We also know this was the technology that was 1 week ago. All right, so those things. So if you want to set up any of the alert, you can just go to Anju, click on the alert here, right, and just create. So that will go into your own alert and set it up. You get notified when you log into the VSA360, as well as the email that you are here, right? So these are the whole list on the alert center. All right, that's for my own alert. And also we can also check out the next one on top here is the bell. Notice there are a green color, and there's one is the red color. The red color one is the alert center, which we talk about the generally stocks pick that is looked by many of the analysts in the broker houses. You can see the RHB Jewel 2024 Kawan. Now we got this list. You can also pick it up from here. You can see from here RHB Jewel in here, and then we have the KLSE FA growth list too. All right, the Core Eye no counter. For those of you are more inclined towards the fundamental approach of the market. So you can see here, Kawan, Homerids, Uchitech has turned red pentagon. Oh, they did? Okay, that was on 18th of July. Let's see that that's also coincide with the, yeah, you can see here, market sell-off and then rebounded back, which was yesterday, right? That was yesterday, turned red pentagon. So it's good that some of you have a good feel of the market by checking out it every time when you log in into the alert center, Emulus. That's the one we have for our trade idea. We cut loss also this morning in here because the trades are turning against us. But there are some that are turning green pentagon, MBSB. So these will sort of give you an idea what kind of stock you want to be looking at. MBSB has turned green pentagon, Frontcan, MYEG, and the list just sort of go on from here. Okay, so that's give you a pretty good idea what kind of stocks in here. High liquid shares, turn green pentagon on the 12th. Oh, Hexcare, Uchitech, that one turn on the 11th, and the list will sort of go on for considerable of time. All right, so you have that. That would be the alert center. All right, the alert center for your own list. Okay, so now we turn our next part will be the so-called stock quote. Okay, stock quote. So we go on to the stock fundamental comparison. There was a question board which we will cover is the stock comparison. So we can open this up and or maybe before we do that, just want to go through some of the reading in here. Now you can see there when it comes to the stock fundamental financial metrics comparison. This is where we're doing the comparison. We are comparing dividend, ROE, price earning, NTA, and earnings. Okay, so these are all your definition that you see here. So what we are trying to do, and those of you who are into the comparison stocks within the same industry. Now take note, what you compare here is within the same industry. So Inari is in the technology, so you'll compare with Dino. If you refresh this button, you will get another one. Okay, that is with semiconductor, Vitrox, TTHB, and so forth. So every time when you press this, you're comparing with other stocks. So this would be now you're comparing with Frontcan. But do take note, there is one semiconductor here. That's the overall industry. The overall industry of the sector. You can refresh this. I think next one will be Vitrox, SPH Techs, and you can see these are your thing. So how do you want to use it? All things being equal, the wider the gap, the better the stock comparison in the same sector. So you can see this as a radar chart. A radar chart in the side, in the shape of a pentagon. So what it simply means that you want to have a fat, big, wide. The bigger, the wider, the fatter of this covering the radar chart in the shape of a triangle, the better. So you can see very, very small one like this one here is SFP Tech. So not so good lah, kecil mah, because the so-called the gaps is very small. So that's how the radar chart works. So if you look at here, Vitrox, all right. So Vitrox, you can mouse over that. So this is Vitrox. You can see, Vitrox is also very small, very small. I know it's very hard to see, so you need a so-called a computer to see it. But if you look at the Inari, Inari is better. See Inari, very wide, right? Like a spider web lah. So radar chart is like a spider web. The wider it is, the better. Now if you look in terms of the industry, this is the benchmark. Okay, this is a benchmark of all the sectors. So you can see from here, NTA, the semiconductor seems to be over on this side and on the lower side, but the NTA for Inari is a bit smaller. So that part it loses out. But when you compare to EPS, it's higher than the industry. You can see this is this blue one here is the industry, which is also fall on the same line as so here you can see EPS, Inari does better than the overall sector. Dividend also does better than the overall sector, right? ROE, it loses to SFP Tech. Yeah, that's the one it loses. But compared to the overall sector, it does better, right? So you can also see from here, right? Then the next one is PE. PE, is also better. PE is also better. You can see here, PE, this is very, very high. This one is much lower. And then you can see VTROX. So from here, you can also get idea. Maybe I should take a look at VTROX. Okay, so click on that one. That will take you to another page like VTROX, so you can start comparing. And also, once you get into this page, you can see there are like 5 out of 19. So 5 out of 19, 10 out of 100. So this is like the ranking of it's a growth stock with growing revenue. It's a Shara combined, it's a main bond, and it's a large stock. So if you look back to comparison to this, okay, so this one you can actually make it smaller, and that's the whole point. You want to be able to compare page one. It's number 1 in technology. Okay, number 1 in technology, number 2 in semiconductor. So VTROX is number 5 lah. But VTROX I think has gone up a lot, I believe. Yeah, it's still hovering there. And what kind of thing VTROX do? It's quite different lah. Automated vision inspection. All right, so if it's a technology, then you want to have like a beauty contest. Which one do you want to choose? Do you want to choose the VTROX, or you want to choose the Inari for that matter? So that's why in the market it is what it is. Okay, you can refresh this. You can see VTROX is comparing to front can, right? You can also take a look at front can. Click on that one, and I think you will get a front can now. Yeah, so right now you get front can on this side. You can see from here, front can has turned red, Pentagon already. Now it's trading below the ATR stop loss. So warning, warning. Market going down. So you can see from here, front can seems to be doing better. This is the semiconductor. Okay, so comparison in here. They all work differently. They are labeled slightly different when you compare to the other. So you're comparing to another one, UWC. So that's another idea. You can go to UWC, and which one is UWC? So you compare to UWC. So you are trying to get a comparison 1-to-1. Okay, if that would be the idea, let's just give it a minute. You'll pops up again UWC. Okay, here you go. So UWC, what does UWC do? Okay, they do assembly, automated laser, computer, pretty much similar to those things that we talk about. UWC year-to-date return is minus 4%, not so good lah. You can see the last 3 years lose money. Okay, lose money in here. MPI seems to be, just ignore this for the time being. And you can say UWC not so good. So UWC in terms of the fundamental not so good. And if you compare back to here, I went to Inari website. Sorry, I clicked that one. It just went over the Inari website. So here you can click on to the next one, VTROX. So you can refresh this. Okay, and then you get another list. Front can. Yeah, you can see a front can not too bad. Yeah, front can. You can see it's quite sort of spaced out the spider web. Opstar. This one is Opstar. Opstar is smaller. Okay, smaller Opstar. And then I think the last one is semiconductor. Refresh. Getronics. Okay. Now Getronics is interestingly enough. This is Inari. This is a semiconductor. Where is Globetronics? Let's switch on to the next one. Globetronics is blue. Oh, Globetronics also not too bad. Okay, so you can click on Globetronics here. So that will take you to Globetronics. So you can see from this chart, just make it a bit smaller. Globetronics is pretty much in the same industry but has turned red, Pentagon, right? So that's the one you don't want to be in, right? And this sort of give you some sort of inking where you want to, move your portfolio, or you have some other money and you feel like, hey, I want to put on others, and you can also do similar to other sectors. All right, now if the audience, those are listening, Nora, if you want to do some comparison for your client, seeing which is a better one in the industry, that's the one you do. For example, utilities. Okay, let's look at utilities. We put in Tenaga. Okay, and we'll check that one out as a case study. So what are Tenaga comparing to? MFCB, this one, just ignore it. So I'm just going to, there is a sector. Yeah. So this one is Tenaga versus a sector. You can see it draws a much better radar chart, I suppose. Yeah. I forgot to show you this. This one is Tenaga versus others. So MFCB, Tenaga is really wide, besar, compared to electrical utilities. Refresh this again. It's almost this or let's put on to YTL power. I want to see where YTL power. It didn't pick YTL power. Okay, 6 hour utilities, and YTL power is under gas. It's under gas, water, utility. Then you have Taliver pet gas. Okay, so YTL versus the sector, very similar, very similar. You can see the dividend, much smaller dividend, EPS higher than the average. So if you look in terms of, go back to the next one, YTL power, you can see this is your YTL power. Am I correct? Yeah, YTL power. Quite small. Actually, this one is better. Pet gas is a better play. Of course, pet gas did not get the kind of gain that it has with the data centers and so on and so forth, right? So that's the one that actually done pretty well. So you can look at pet gas, and YTL power is 5 out of 8. Very good SmartRobie ratings right now in here. Analysts giving it a 745 ringgit, right? Now it's 475. Will it go higher? That's yet to be known, okay? Right? So if you look at here, the ROE is 17%, doing much better. So let's look at the next one. Just now we got an idea from the pet gas. Okay, so pet gas, we can look into here, click on that one. So Petronas gas, okay, you can see from here. And if you really like this stock, put it into the alert, right? Put it into alert. So there's a lot of insider buying here. There's a call to hold by Hong Leong at $18. What's the analyst? 18 ringgit. Sudah sampai di exceeded target profit by minus 2.8%. That's what the whole point of analysis in here. All right, gas comparison, pet gas, fundamentally is very sound, very solid. Everywhere it has. Looking at some news here. Gas production, banyak gas production, a lot of offshore in here, but from an analyst viewpoint, already exceeded. Okay, close this one off. So that's how you want to able to analyze between the different stocks that you have. All right, so that sort of conclude the morning that I have for the how-to tutorial. All right, and of course, our ongoing CV3, which will end in September, 2 more months, and our members are doing pretty well. Okay, so right now I think Mr. Chu is around the 66+%, so check it out on our TradeVSA.scoreboard. I think I've always been sounding this. Our members doing pretty well, but today this is already at some older score, 55%, but now it's about 60+. My self ranking has dropped because I started to cut some of the losses that I have, which normal, especially the market did go up. I didn't pick some of those stocks. So the tech stock that I picked, now I have to cut loss. I think I've just announced to our members, we cut out Amulus as Amulus fall to the red pentagon in here. And that's what turtle trader do. You run your profit, you cut your losses, and leave the emotion out. And that's how you want to be successful. And those who done pretty well, you will see the amount of result that you get. All right, in here, good members giving us good review, and we like to hear your feedback. So any stocks that you want us to view, let us know in the comment group in here. I'll look at it right now. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done so, and also join our Telegram chat room for all the free stock market information that you have. All right, so for all the stock educational tips that we have, and that will put you into the best position to profit from this market in here. If there's no other stock, okay, we got James. Thank you for coming, James. All right, let's take a look at SimCorp. Okay, we'll use our trading view. Yeah, StarBiz just turned green pentagon. I think it's okay to go in. I think this one still got a bit of room to go up. So this year to date is 158% return. Wow, that's a lot. Actually, that's a lot. 108% return. If you look back generally for the past few years, okay, that's one thing you can look at. You can look at some property here, and if you look back in terms of the let's go to the monthly return. It's very scary, It's like 100%. And you can see that every year also lost money. This year only got up to 100%, right? And you notice that the big gain come from January, March, May. So it's going to be a trading share. It's not a long-term share. If you look back at the history, it go up fast, come down fast as well. So I think it's a good speculation here, right? And if the market were to break the ATR stop loss, you want to be out, okay, on that one for James. Okay, so we will stop here. Thank you for coming this morning in here. I think we cover some of the stock chart comparison in here. And have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Thank you for stopping by.